welcome, and thank you for joining Straight Grown Talk. Happy New Year! This is our first show of the year. Now, as you know, that we were supposed to be on last Sunday, but unfortunately, the flu would not allow me to be great. So, as you can see, I'm here this Sunday with a very special show geared for everyone and welcoming everyone to the new year. We have some exciting new guests that is going to do phenomenal things on this show. I want to also thank our sponsors that sponsors Straight Grown Talk. I want to thank all of our viewers that even called and get left kind words and messages for me while I was sick. I want to thank everyone for joining in and watching Straight Grown Talk. We'll be back momentarily with our guests to get started on a wonderful, fantastic show that we're about to take place. So sit back, relax, and watch the show. Welcome back, and thank you again for joining Straight Grown Talk. We have two phenomenal guests with us in the studios today, as well as another guest that'll be on shortly. We want to open up by letting them tell a little bit about themselves, and then we're going to get right into the topics at hand, which is their upcoming event that's coming on. So, to my left, I have Mr. Antonio. And to my right, I have Miss Lakeisha. And I would love for you all to open up and tell the world about you.
Absolutely. Well, like she said, my name is Lakeisha James. I own Design Events by Lakeisha, where we specialize in event planning and interior design for homes and offices in Atlanta, Georgia. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I love what I do. I'm just excited about the event that's coming up, and yeah, great more things to come.
Okay.
I am Antonio Smith, Chef Antonio Smith, originally born and raised out of Flint, Michigan.
Oh.
Been living here in Atlanta for now 4 years, no, a little bit longer now, since 2012, like 5 years now. I moved here from Dallas, Texas. Been a chef over 20 years and love what I do.
Okay. What made you move here?
My uncle.
Oh.
Yeah, he was living in Texas, so I've been following him around for a little bit. So when he moved to Texas, I moved to Texas, and he moved here. He's been living here for maybe about 30 years now. So
I got you here.
he called me. He was like, man, you might as well just come on here.
So, since you moved here, would you say you enjoy Atlanta, or how would you describe Atlanta in a whole?
It took a minute for Atlanta to grow on me. And it's still growing on me.
Okay.
But Atlanta's a beautiful city.
It is.
It's a beautiful city, great people to be around. The culture is great. I'm learning a lot of things about our history that's here in Atlanta that I love first and foremost. The home of Dr. King and many other great civil rights leaders. So Atlanta's a great city, beautiful city.
And Miss Lakeisha, what do you do every day?
Work.
Well, yeah, we all have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I do have a 4-year-old that I do definitely homeschool, and I'm teaching her how to be a CEO. I definitely don't want her to work for anybody. So I work, and then of course when I go to meetings and go out to visit clients and those sort of things, she comes with me and she participates. She gives them my business card, and she's just very excited about meeting different people.
Oh wow!
Just like I am.
Wow! How long have you been homeschooling?
She's 4. I've been homeschooling for maybe 3 years. Yeah, she hasn't went to school yet, so she'll be going pretty soon.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's going to be a change. So you might want to consider if she says, "Mom, I don't like this,"
And she
says,
probably will.
yeah, so she might want to stay home with mommy.
Probably so.
Plus, she gets more freedom and access to different things in the world. So
Yep, that's true. But she definitely do work on her social skills.
Yeah.
She's a mama's girl, so.
yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good
Absolutely.
thing. So, tell us about this phenomenal event that you guys have coming up next Saturday. That I can't wait to see all the wonderful twists and turns you all have coming
Oh,
up.
absolutely. What do you want to talk about?
You ladies first.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about it. So, of course, we have an event coming up this Saturday. I'm so excited about it. It's something dear, very dear to my client's heart. It's the Kidney Disease Fundraiser, The World Is Not Enough Gala. It's Saturday from 7 to 11 in Decatur, Georgia. The event came to fruition for my client because he's suffering through kidney disease and he's going through dialysis. So it's the 007 theme. We're going to have a great time. We're going to be walking the blue carpet. It's going to be photographers. We're going to have a silent auction, and we're just going to have a good time. We're very excited about it. We've been getting phenomenal feedback from it. So it's going to be a lot of different and important people in the building. And, just want to support the cause, give back, and just have fun, because a lot of people suffer through kidney disease and they don't know it. So we're trying to bring awareness and just to let them know they're not in it alone. So we're very excited about the event.
Yes, and it first starts by actually getting checked out.
Yes.
I recently went to the doctor and got checked out myself, and then found out that I have kidney issues as well. So I thought, why not be great and share it with the world? And again, people open up, talk about it. Check with your family. Get to know about your family medical history. Not only yours, but your family, your mom, your dad, your sisters, brothers, everybody's family history for as your medical stuff is important. When they talk about siblings, when they talk about genetics, they're talking about things you possibly can get. So again, educate yourself by following up with your siblings, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, and find out what's going on with them. I wanted to find out what made you guys come up with this, and is this the first annual?
This is the first annual.
Okay.
It's been on my mind and on my heart to do for years now, even before I got diagnosed with kidney disease, because my mom was on it for several years before she passed away. And I used to go with her to dialysis and have to sit with her. So it kind of hit me firsthand I seen how she used to come home from dialysis and come home and just crawl up on the couch and couldn't really do anything. I seen the things that she was suffering from and everything. And at the time I was living in Texas and she was living in Kansas City, Missouri. And she was not only having to deal with her kidney disease, but she was dealing with a abusive husband at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So when you have to, dealing with kidney disease is painful enough.
Yes, it
But
is.
when you have a loved one that is abusing you and you have to fight with that all the time, it's draining and draining. So I moved from Texas to Kansas City to be with her and help her out, and just to be with her and her time in need. And her husband, soon to say, he didn't like me being there. But long story short is that before she kind of seen that it was taking a toll on her life. And so she left Kansas City one Christmas and went home back to Michigan because she just was getting tired of fighting. And she went home to Michigan. A year later, May 5th, she passed away.
Oh, wow.
I had got a call. I was still living in Kansas City. Got a call saying I needed to come home. Flew home to Michigan. Buried my mom. Stayed home for a little while. It was very hard. My mom was my best friend. That was
can
my ride or
imagine.
die.
I can imagine.
That's my sweetheart. And growing up with her, all my best friends loved her. Everything. She was just, everybody called her mother. Even though it was just me and my brother, I only have one other sibling. It was just me and him. Everyone adopted my mother, and she adopted them. And so I have a lot of her in me, with her niceness and willing to give back. And so I got that from her.
Good.
And
so
what brought this all along, I've been wanting to do this for the last 5 or several years. And so last year I was just like, you know what, let's let's do it. God spoke to me. It's like, it's time to get it done. And he was like, leave it in my hands and I'll take care of everything else. And that's what I've been doing. And so I'm really excited about this event. You guys got to come out. I can tell you how to get your tickets on Eventbrite. The World Is Not Enough Kidney Fundraising and Gala. Like we said, get educated. Talk to your friends, your family. You really have to educate yourself on this because dialysis is not fun. I sit there for 3.5 hours a day dealing with it Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, taking time on my day where I can be doing other things. But I slacked up on my health. I wasn't taking care of myself. I felt I can be Superman. I'm invisible, that I can last forever. But once I stopped taking my blood pressure meds and not tendering to my body and my health, had to go to the hospital and found out that blood pressure was 250 over 140. I was about to die, and I'm only 43 years of age right now. I'll be 44 this year. I'm still young.
Yes.
Still young.
Yes.
And I have a lot of life to give, a lot of love to give. And so we have to get checked out. We gotta be wellness of our health people. We gotta take care of our bodies.
And what better way to do that than now?
Yes.
This is the beginning of the year. So when we're talking about fitness and health and mind, body, and soul, we need to be talking about going to the doctor to get those annual checkups. This is the perfect time. That way you can get from the rooty to the tooty on knowing what's going on with you. So make that doctor's appointment. Free yourself up and be able to go spend some time and find out what's going on with you. Don't ignore symptoms. If you know or feel something is not right, don't say, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, it's going to be okay, because you never know what your body is actually trying to tell you. Because before anything that goes on with you, your body starts sending you signals and signs way before you have that heart attack, you have that stroke, you have any of those other things that are going on with you in your body. It gives you warning signs way before. One of the questions I wanted to ask you is, you talked about your mom and her treatment. The treatment that she received, how long ago again?
Well, we're in 2020 now, about 20 years ago now.
Okay, so 20 years ago. Has technology changed the way you guys are receiving services to be in dialysis for the better?
Yes.
Can you shed some light versus, and not a lot, but just, when your mom was doing dialysis versus now that you're doing it, what do you see is much better for everyone?
What's better now is technology has gotten a lot better. For one, you can have, you can go into the center and get treatments. Or you can have, which is called hemo, when you go into the center and have treatments. And then they have peritoneal, I think I pronounced it right.
I didn't mean to do a tongue tie. I'm sorry.
That's where you can have dialysis at home,
okay,
which I'm currently trying to do now. Because right now, I go to the center and get it done. I have a graft in my arm to where they insert these needles. And with some people, they have their arms swell up like ports and they look like golf balls.
Yes.
And with mine, it's smooth as a baby's butt, and you can't even tell that I go to dialysis. People ask me all the time, like, you're on dialysis? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend recently that passed away from it. He was on it for quite some time. And I remember when he first got his port, it was huge on his arm. And I remember, he every so often would have to go in and get it changed and stuff like that. And I was like, wow. And he unfortunately fortunately he was trying to get on the waiting list to get a kidney, but unfortunately he didn't make it. So I want you to also shed some light about what we as African Americans need to know about donating your kidney and helping one another, and not to be afraid. Just tell the world, open up and tell the world the knowledge that we're lacking, because again, this is a community-based show.
Yeah.
And I want the world to know so they won't feel afraid and they can say, okay, I want to help someone. I mean, we see it all the time on the news, but again, we all can help each other out.
Exactly. don't be scared, to go get tested. You might be able to save someone's life. Your life might be able to be, you can save someone's life, and someone might be able to save your life. Don't be afraid to go get tested. You can survive off of one kidney. You can survive. Let me repeat that again. You can survive off of one kidney, off of one liver. Your kidney is a filtration system to your body. And so, go get tested out. Don't be scared to donate. Don't believe all the storylines and the stereotypes that you hear that, they're going to take all my extra organs. That is nonsense. Don't believe that. Just go, don't be afraid to go out there and get tested. I had a young lady off of Facebook I never met in my life offered to donate me a kidney.
Oh, what a
She lives in
blessing.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked about it yet because she's still going through some issues herself. But she wants to come up here and get tested. And she just out of nowhere jumped in my inbox like, Antonio, I want to be able to donate you a kidney.
That is
Oh, wow, that's powerful.
that's
Very powerful. God works in mysterious ways,
does.
and and that brought tears to my eye that whole weekend. And I've been keeping in touch with her and everything and stuff, and seeing how she's been doing. But she was like, I want to come up and get tested and everything and stuff, and I want to donate a kidney to you.
So do you know what are the first steps that she would have to do?
One of the first steps you have to do is not what I learned out about. Is not all about a matching blood type. It's pretty much about I guess it's about the insides that they take. Where I'm looking for, I can't. There's another one on tongue tied words I'm looking for, and but they go and they do a biopsy.
Okay.
And they take labs from each of you. Except for like I do physicals every 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
And so they check for STDs, everything. So you pretty much have to have a clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did learn, which is very interesting, that if I had HIV, I can get a kidney faster. I'm like, why is that?
Oh, wow.
I didn't understand that. So I really had to do some homework and research, like, why does nothing against anyone with HIV, but why does a HIV patient get a kidney before a person with non-HIV get it? Well, the reason is that I may be wrong too, but so you can Google this, but just in case I misspoke. But what it is that their immune system is already fighting the HIV disease, so that their kidney is already deteriorating. So with the kidney, it will help them with their HIV disease because it can filter out all the enzymes.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't know that. I was like, okay, but
Which
can I
kinda
get
makes
one
sense.
too?
Yeah, that makes sense. But not at that expense.
But
I'm
not
sorry.
at
Not at
that
that
expense.
expense. No,
Not
at that expense.
But I learned a lot with dealing with this. It's a thought process.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, and then I also just found out they have a bionic kidney
Okay.
that I've been studying about. That is kind of like a machine about this big or so, and they hook it up to your rest of your kidneys, your kidney that's working well, and that reduces your it helps you go to the restroom, filtration, and everything. I still go to the restroom. A lot of patients don't use the restroom still.
Okay.
So I don't. That works fine with me, but I won't have to go to do dialysis no more if I had that installed in me. So I'm still doing my education and my homework on that because I was thinking about going into California to where I have to have a surgery done at to be a test
For that
subject
little
on it.
device?
For that little device.
Okay.
So it's a thought process, but I really would like to have a transplant first before I even consider that. And because it has been people, and then what I did know too is that your insurance doesn't cover your transplant. It covers your transplant, but it doesn't cover your medications that you have for your transplant.
And the medication is the most expensive
It's the most expensive part.
Yes.
So this is another reason for the fundraiser to help people, those who can't help themselves with their medication, and to get their so they can have their meds for their transplant. That's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this, because some people can't afford their medications and on the transplant list. And so it is very hard for them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have to go through that.
You
when I
really
do
have
it.
to go through a very rigorous process to be able to be put on the list. Like, I didn't realize that you have to, it's a checklist they go off.
Yes.
And say, for instance, if you or was a person that smoked and your liver, your lungs are not up to par, that would disqualify you from being on the list. And I was just amazed at what you have to go through to be qualified for the list.
Yes.
So, and I learned that again from one of my friends, being on dialysis and going through everything that he went through. And it was just amazing. It was sad because I've known some other people that are healthy. They haven't smoked in years, but because the cigarette did so much damage to their lungs, they don't qualify. So all they can do is the filtration of going to dialysis all the time. They can't even qualify or even get put on a list.
Right.
So yeah, that's amazing. Now, let me ask you another question. You are a chef. So do you cater your food to your health and to other patients?
Actually, that's funny you should say that. I just recently started selling soups and stuff to my patients at dialysis.
Oh, wow.
I made one for one patient, and then another patient talked about it so good, it was like, I got to have some of what you made with another patient. So now, I've been doing it for about the last couple of weeks now.
Oh, wow.
Each patient wants something different.
Okay.
And so it goes along with my my cookbook that I've been starting to write for kidney patients.
Okay.
Because we can still eat well, eat great, without having that renal diet that they prescribe for us. Okay. I just threw that right out the window. I'm just threw that right out the window. Because we can have everything in moderation. We're not supposed to eat a lot of dairy products. I still haven't figured that part out yet, but cheese has become bad for us. A lot of the things that I used to love, I can't have no more a lot. Citrus, orange juice. Oh my God, I love orange juice.
Me too.
Love it. I love oranges and peanut butter. One of my favorite snacks. I used to tear some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches up.
Yes.
Can't have that anymore.
Oh, that's bad.
That is bad.
I really do feel sorry for you on that. I happen to love peanut butter and jelly, so yeah, that's just awful.
Very awful.
Wow.
And so I catered my diet. I switched it around a little bit. I was always, prone to eating well. Like I was just telling Keisha, I'm like, man, I haven't had a salmon salad in a while.
Okay.
So I'm going to probably sometime this week make me a salmon salad. Because I'm not cooking anything until Friday or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are my cooking days for this event.
Oh, wow.
And, I might have to go out and have someone cater to and cook for me this week. It might be some soups and some lunch meat.
Show some love for yourself, yeah. So where can they find your cookbook?
Cookbook is not out yet. I'm still working on that and in the process of putting that together.
Okay.
But I am going to do a pre-launch sale within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I can finish up and get that together and stuff. Even if you're not on dialysis and not a kidney patient, you're going to love this cookbook. I'm going to put some phenomenal things in here that you can quick 30-minute meals you can eat with your family, with your kids, because we definitely got to start with our youth first.
Yes.
Start with our youth, getting our kids healthy. We had too many kids growing up now with diabetes, high blood pressure, stuff that kids don't need. They're kids.
Yes.
They're kids. I mean, what more can I say? A lot of things we have are hereditary, but like we discussed earlier, we can stop that.
Yep.
We can put a nip in the bud with that at an early age.
And you got to think about it. I'm so grateful that Kroger is now doing something to help us. So a lot of people don't realize that Kroger went back and restructuring their store. So everything on the outside of the store is what we're supposed to eat. Everything that's up and down the aisles is all junk food, things that we're not supposed to have. Unfortunately, those are the things we like the most. I even say with the kids, we have so much junk food for our youth today. And these things called Takis,
oh my God, I love them.
Whoever invented them, I wish you hadn't, because it is tearing the lining of the stomachs of our kids up. And they're just thinking it's good, it's hot, I love it, all this hot stuff they want to eat, and later don't know or understand the effects that it have on your life as you get older. So So whereas when you reach our age, you're going to find that you have way more ailments than we do today.
Yep.
So unfortunately, parents, cut back on what junk food your children is eating. And I know it's a convenient and you really want to just, mommy, here. No, we have to take the initiative and think of other ways to bless our children with nutrients of the bodies like apples, oranges, fruit, nuts, things that are healthy for them. There's a reason why these things are in place. So again, Kroger has started doing this again. Everything on the outside is the healthy food for you. Everything that's up and down the aisles is not healthy for you. So a little bit of nugget, if you go in the grocery store, just pay attention to how they have it set up now. Even like in the front of the store, you don't see all the breads and stuff like you used to, because they're trying to get everybody on this health kick that we're supposed to do and be for our bodies. And it's the first of the year, so everybody and their mama is into the gym, working out.
The first 30
I'm not
days.
going to even tell this story of, yes, I'm going to be on a diet, and then 30 days from now, I have no intention plans on being on a diet because my
Membership
mind
on
and
the
heart.
shelf.
Right, so I'm going to kind of go as I can and learn to change it, because fortunately it takes about 45 days before our body to actually understand and accept the changes in which we're trying to make our body understand. But you got to be committed. And for me, I know that that's a little bit hard when it comes to I want to lose weight. I say I do, but unfortunately, I don't think my mind is that strong right now. But I'm working on it, though. Work in progress.
Starts with the
Yes,
mindset.
yes,
Gotta
yes,
have your
yes,
mindset.
yes.
It takes a lot more for us to lose
Yes,
weight.
it does. It does. Now, Miss Lakeisha, what do you have phenomenally going? Reading any books, anything lately?
I've actually been thinking about writing a book,
Okay.
but I haven't started yet. I haven't had time.
Okay.
I'm so busy. I have 2 events this Saturday. Of course, the kidney disease fundraiser, and I have another event that I've assisted with planning called Making Money Out of the Box. So I'm like right now like a chicken with my head cut off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So after these 2 events over, I can kind of,
Take a
me break.
woosah.
I told her we was going on
Little bit
vacation
regroup.
somewhere because
Yes.
we're going to need a break
Oh,
for a
my
minute.
God. It's been so much going on. We've been planning these events for like months.
Oh, wow.
So I'm happy that we have 6
So,
days
can
and-
you please tell everybody where they can go get tickets?
Yeah. For the kidney disease fundraiser, the World Is Not Enough Gala, it's on Eventbrite. I don't know the link, but go to Eventbrite and just type in the kidney disease fundraiser and it'll pop up. Tickets will be on sale until Wednesday midnight, so go ahead and get your tickets. We're very excited.
And I also want you to tell them how, if they can't go to Eventbrite, how they can look on your website and see the same information too.
Absolutely. My website is www.mydesignerevents.com. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. Yeah, and then of course, you can also look us up on Facebook at Designer Events by Lakeisha. And on Instagram at Designer Events by Lakeisha. I post regularly about the event. And of course, me and my clients have blown up everybody's timeline about the event because we want you guys to get educated on kidney disease. You don't know until you have it, until you get checked. And we're just trying to bring awareness to the community. Looking out for one another. That's what we're trying to do.
And if by some chance you did not get what she was saying because she was speaking extremely fast,
I'm sorry. I get excited.
you can go to
about
Straight
fast.
Grown Talk
Yeah,
Facebook
sorry.
page, and the flyer is on there as well as if you rewind the show, you'll see the flyer that was up a little bit earlier explaining you about the gala that is happening this weekend. Thank you
Yes.
for putting it back up. As you can see, it is this weekend. Starts at 7 p.m. Look forward in seeing everyone there. This event is in Decatur, Georgia.
Yes.
So please,
Formal
the tickets are $50. Not very expensive for something that can help the masses. So please dig in your pockets, get the money out, go to Eventbrite, purchase your tickets, because this event is needed. We all need this event to help someone else. And plus, we just got over Christmas, and we should still be in the giving season. We're
Exactly.
just a few
And-
days out. So reach in your pockets and help. We need it.
And that's funny. People be like, I tell people how much tickets are. They be like, $50? I'm like, You act like I'm charging you $100.
Yes, yes.
For all
But
you're
we'll
getting.
quickly go to the nearest crab shack place and spend $35 on a
Right.
crab boil instead of doing something that's more beneficial to not only help us but others as well. I mean, we spend a lot more time being helpful to restaurants than we are to our bodies.
But you love juicy crab, huh?
Yes,
You
yes,
tear
yes.
juicy crab up, but they don't have some of the worst health inspections
And they're not going
in
to
the world.
contribute nothing at all.
They don't give you no
They're not
education.
even going to write you a check and say we want to donate anything. I have
Nothing.
yet to see anyone says I wrote a check and I'm giving it to this foundation. But this is an event that is for everyone.
Yep.
So please join us this coming Saturday.
Oh, we've got to mention 10% of the proceeds will be going to the National Kidney Foundation.
Oh, wow. So the gift that keeps on giving.
We have some awesome items for our silent auction.
Yep.
We have autographed pictures by Prince.
Yep.
We have
Georgia
Michael
Bulldogs.
Jordan,
Wow.
Georgia Bulldogs. We have concert tickets for what is it, Janet? What is
Chance
it?
the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper,
Wow.
and one of the was it Taylor Swift?
Yeah, some of those. Some everything.
Yeah,
And
some
then, of course,
everything.
some trips as well.
And we got some trips from exotic trips and everything. So we also have a 007 theme package trip
Yeah.
Oh,
that we're auctioning
wow.
off.
That's
So bring
good.
those wallets. We have vendors.
Yes.
So it's going to be a great event. So come out. Menu is off the chain. Cash bar. And then I have a special 007 martini drink that you can have drink. So just come out, learn about something. The doctor that we're gonna have for a special speaker is my doctor, Dr. Abdallah.
Okay.
So he's my nephrologist, great doctor. I go to DeVita Newton in Covington. I have a great team of nurses and doctors. And
Are they going to be at the event too?
they're going to be at the event too.
Good.
I love my nurses. Probably a little bit too much, but I love my nurses.
As long as they take care of you, that's what
They're taking
matters.
care of me. I even took them some lunch over Christmas. I made them
Oh,
some
what a
jambalaya,
blessing.
and I fed them lunch. I made them some jambalaya and asparagus and some rolls, and I took them to
I
took
know,
them some
making me
lunch.
hungry, right? Well, again, everyone, come out, join us this weekend, this Saturday at 7 p.m. in Decatur, Georgia. Please, please, please reach in your pocket. Go to Eventbrite. Look up and get your tickets, and I'll look forward to seeing you there. I want to thank you guys for coming on
Thank you for
Thank you
having
and
for
us.
having
sharing
us.
the word and giving us a little bit of history about you guys. And I look forward to seeing you all back again.
Indeed, it's my pleasure.
Thank you. So coming up next, we're going to have another special guest, and I'm going to let it be a surprise. So stay tuned. We'll be back momentarily. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Straight Grown Talk. This is the second half of the show, and I have a very, very close dear friend that's joining me today. Miss Lakeisha is in the building.
Yes, how are you?
I am wonderful. I want to first apologize again for last weekend. Unfortunately, the flu would not allow me to be great. I really wanted to have you guys on last weekend so that you could talk about your phenomenal event that just took place this weekend.
Yes.
So can you tell our audience a little bit about you and then tell them about the wonderful event that just took place this weekend?
Yes, my name is Lakeisha Irby, and we just had a Women's Spiritual Empowerment Conference on yesterday. It was an awesome event. Basically, we touched on spiritual empowerment, financial empowerment, entrepreneurship, just things to empower us for the 2020 year.
Wow, wow. Now, I did get a chance to actually hear some, and I actually get a chance to hear you speak. And you was talking about using the things we have inside of us.
Yes, yes, absolutely. What's in your house?
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit, just a little bit, please?
Just a little bit,
Yes,
yes.
just a little bit, because I when I heard it, I was like, wow, that's phenomenal. Yeah, we do need to dig inside of us and bring it out. And
Absolutely, absolutely. When we speak about what's in your house, we speak about what's actually inside of you. I use the example of what my mother, my aunts, my grandmothers taught me about cooking, cleaning, keeping house. And those skills were what I started my business with. I own a home care agency and a daycare in South Carolina. And, you know, some people think, oh, you have to go to school. Well, I have an MBA, I have a master's in health administration, and I have a PhD, but those degrees did not contribute to me going into entrepreneurship. It was actually the skills that were.
can you say that again?
Those skills, I have the degrees, but those skills were not what catapulted me into entrepreneurship. Is what my grandmother, my aunt taught me, keeping house, cleaning, cooking. That's how I was able to start my companies.
And that was before she got the degree. So
Yes.
she had that spirit inside of her of being an entrepreneur. And she started, I remember we met about 2 years ago, right?
We did, yes, we
Okay,
did.
at a phenomenal event. And we've kept in contact ever
Yes.
since. And I'm so excited because you have this phenomenal daycare.
Yes, thank you.
That broke ground last year and
Yes.
actually completed.
Yes.
So I wanted you to tell a little bit about your journey in that aspect, because I know that you had a business prior to
Yes.
the daycare, but I was on the ride with that.
Yes.
So yes.
Yes, I call Miss Farley Mama Seed Planter because I tell you, she's such a phenomenal, inspirational woman. And she basically gave the idea of how to build the building. And so I use that idea. That's why it's so beautiful to be around wise counsel, to be around people who have vision, who have passion, because she gave that idea, and that's what inspired me to build my own building. I was leasing my building, but that's what inspired me to build my own. So now all of my businesses are going to be housed in that very building.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. And to see your blessings angels come up. I watch you and I look at from afar, and I really do pay attention to you because I like to see your babies and
you.
I like to see them growing up. And I've
Yes.
seen even your daughter, which is in the studio today.
Yes, on her tablet.
Yes, so I am going to bring her on too because she is a part of the Straight Grown Talk family.
Yes.
But I like to see the babies. You even went as far as joining the Girl Scouts
Yes.
to also
Yes.
help with your kids in
Yes.
school and everything else. And that was phenomenal for me because it was like, wow, you not only wanted to educate them and broaden them and give them an opportunity, you went as far as saying, okay, well, I'm going to do this too,
Yes.
to give them more of an opportunity to participate.
Absolutely.
And their little recitals and all that
Yes.
stuff. So
Yes.
I really do pay attention.
Thank you.
So yes, and even the morning inspirations that you give, and I see a
Yes.
lot of you because for a while you was very quiet.
Yes.
And I now understand why you was calling. I was like, why is she not on here a lot? And then I was like, well, you get the same question all the time. But yeah, but I get it now. You was focusing on going back and put the degrees in place since you had already started the business.
Yes, absolutely.
So tell me what else is in your upcoming journey for 2020.
Well, my upcoming journey, I'm working on some other businesses. Actually getting ready to start a logistics company this year.
Oh, wow.
And authoring my own book. I've co-authored some books, but now I'm getting ready to work on my own.
Look at God. Look at God.
A few this year.
Oh, wow. Wow. Are you going to have some women inside of your own book too?
I am for a few of them, but I'm going to work on my own this time.
Good.
Yes.
What are some of the things that you would want to give or tell our generation, since you have the opportunity, that you want to tell our generation?
Go for it. Go for it. Don't think it's crazy. Don't think it's dumb. Whatever's bubbling up in you, write the vision and make it plain. That's what I would say. Write the vision and make it plain and go for it. You know, don't think it's a dumb idea. Don't think you're too old. Don't think you're too young. Just try it. It doesn't hurt to try. And if you fail at it, okay, let's look at what can we do different the next time and just try it again. Try it again.
Wonderfully well put. I love that because, again, so many times often we'll try businesses, and I've tried a couple in my days, and some were successful and some weren't. But I had to learn from the mistakes I made to be able to progress and move forward. So I always tell people, don't be afraid. Take the first step. I even tell my son, which is also here today with us, don't be afraid to live your dream. Take day by day, take step by step, and just explore. The world is at your fingertips to explore.
Yes.
And one of the amazing lessons that we have is we all fall down, but we all get back up.
That's right.
But you gotta get up. You can't fall down and just decide, oh, I'm just gonna stay down. So no. Everybody in our community, we all have dreams and stuff, but so many times often I hear people set aside their dreams because they begin to live life.
Yes.
Or let me rephrase that. Life began to live them.
That's right. That's right.
They don't live life. I tell people all the time, there are so many people right here in Atlanta, Georgia, that has never left the state of Georgia.
Wow.
Never explored outside of the state whatsoever. But you need to take a trip.
That's right.
Explore, go into different states, different part of the world, country, everything, because you can't open your mind to what's out there until you take that first step.
That's right.
So do we have any planning of venturing overseas this year for you?
We do. Actually, we have a trip planned to Africa, and we have a trip planned to London in April. So we've got some things coming up, and whatever doors God open from there, I'm open to it. This is my year to just really burst out and just take life by the horns. I'm excited about it, though.
Well, I have a couple of more other questions I want to ask you. Tell our audience your business's name and how they can find you.
Okay. Well, my business name for the daycare is Majestic Academy. I'm located in Winsboro, South Carolina, and the website for that is majesticacademy.org. My other business is a home care agency, a non-medical home care agency. I cover the entire state of South Carolina. The name of that is Regal Home Care and Concierge, and you can find that website at regalhc.com. I also own a coaching and consulting business. That website is LaKeishaIrby.com. You can find me on Instagram, Lakeisha M. Irby. And my Facebook page is just Lakeisha, Lakisha Irby, Irby.
Phenomenal. Now, I heard you say your coaching business.
Yes.
What do you do in your coaching business?
I'm basically that catalyst, that fire starter. If you have a dream, you have a vision, you have an idea, I'm that person that will help you put it on paper. I'm that person that will help you get it started. And I'm that person that's going to be your personal cheerleader so you keep going, so you can make some money.
There you go. There you go. Because it's all about being successful in life and understanding what your success is. So your success might not be my success. but you have to meet yourself at your success at the right now.
Yes.
Not the future down the road, but the right now.
Yes.
So I'm glad to hear that you also help people get on that right
That's right.
track and path, because
Yes.
we all need it, and we
Yes.
all need encouragement, and we all need someone to hold us accountable. I have accountability coaches myself.
Yes.
It is very advisable for anyone that's out here at some form of fashion. If you plan on moving up, you have to have an accountability
Yes.
coach. It is
Absolutely.
essential. The
Absolutely.
only way you're going to progress and move up is you got to be accountable for it.
That's right.
And don't be afraid if they tell you some stuff that you really don't like and you don't want to do, but they're making you dig inside of you to bring out the best in you that you
Yes.
have.
Yes.
So, again, I want to thank you for coming on, and
I thank you.
I thank you for and I hate that I missed it, but unfortunately my schedule was really tight.
Oh, that's fine.
And
We'll do it again.
Yes. I look forward in coming to where you are, to a couple of things that you have that are going on in South Carolina. I felt like last year I pretty much lived in South Carolina.
Oh,
I
wow.
should have just bought some real estate at some point. But I'm
Yes.
very glad that I had the opportunity to actually come and view. I do plan on doing a lot more traveling in 2020. So I look
Awesome.
forward in meeting you again along the way.
Yes, thank you so much.
Any other thing you would love to tell our audience?
I just thank you. Just keep going, pursue your dreams and your goals, and make it happen.
And there you have it. I am your host, Laquel Farley. Please don't let dream killers kill your dream. I am the seed sower of education. So make sure that you sow the seed of education for you. It has been a pleasure, and I am so grateful and thankful that for everyone that joined Straight Grown Talk today on our Happy New Year edition. Look forward to seeing you soon. Peace, love, and happiness. Mwah.